What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So we are going to do a full mock for every team for the first round. What I think is going to happen, and I will change this at least every week, maybe more than that. So let's get into it. Round one, and I think this might be a possibility. A lot of people are enamored with this guy. I kind of think he's this year's Michael Penix Jr. Cameron Ward out of Miami. 6'3", 220 is what he's listed at. Not going to get into combine or nothing yet in this video. Just first 32. Second overall, I think it'll probably be Travis Hunter, even though Cleveland has a ton of corners and good corners, but they're getting older and they're going to take the best player. Now maybe Cleveland trades back because they have a ton of issues. Just, oh my gosh, they're a mess right now. 6'1", 185 is what he's listed. Number 3, New York Giants, with the Russell Wilson free agency addition. A lot of people are now, including myself, thinking they need more pass rushers. Kayvon Thibodeau's pretty good, so everybody's dogging on him. He's actually pretty good. They get him some help. And Abdul Carter, Penn State pass rusher, 6'2", 249. I think that's within his range. I'd probably take him later, not in the top 5, but I don't think he's a Micah Parsons. I don't think he's a Aiden Hutchinson or any of those guys, but hey, you know, they need all the help they can get. Number 4, I don't know if Patriots are going to do this. I might pick this guy. I might not. I might change this. Armand Membo. I think he's more of a guard, but they have him. A lot of people have him as a tackle. I don't. Very rarely at 6'4", you're going to pull off tackle. Jason Peters is the exception, or Sean Slater is an exception. I think Ike Iguamu that the Panthers took is an exception, but I think they ended up kicking him to guard. I don't care about the Panthers because they suck, and there are very few players. J.C. Horn, Ike Iguamu, those guys just are the exception to the rule there. Bryce Young, I don't think is the answer still, but we'll get into that in another video. I think maybe they take him and either keep him at tackle or kick him into guard. Either way, it'll help their offensive line. And they need guards, tackles, centers. They need it all. They need it all, so it's not going to matter much. I think he translates better to guard in the NFL. That's just my opinion. Number 5, Jacksonville takes Mason Graham, gets herself some defensive help to try to make up for the Aiden Hutchinson debacle. Because Javon Walker still hasn't quite lived up to his first overall pick status from a couple years ago in the Doug Peterson era. Yeah, boy, that's still haunting them. So this is a good pass rushing tackle, good 3 technique. I think this would be a good fit for the new defense and new offense, because all new coaching staff. We'll see if Trevor Lawrence, they can salvage him or not, or if they try to trade him. New coaches and leftover quarterbacks. He's a generational talent is what we're told. I haven't seen it since Clemson. 6, the Las Vegas Raiders take Ashton Jeanty, of course, because everybody loves taking the damn Cowboys picks, and they know the Cowboys love them. They need to run it back anyway because Josh Jacobs is gone, so they said F Dallas. We're going to take your boy, your projected Emmitt Smith comparison, and go after yourselves. Number 7, the New York Jets, which I might do this if I was the Patriots, honestly. They need tackle more than anything, especially left tackle. And this guy fits the bill. Will Campbell at LSU, 6'6", 325. Typical Mike Vrabel. This would be his kind of pick. Just saying, so I might change it. But that's 7 to the Jets, and they need everything and anything. They got Justin Fields, but are they any better this year than they were last year? Not really. I like their new coach. I'll give him that. But we've seen this before with Robert Saleh. Is this going to be another Saleh situation? Because you can't trust the owner, not the metal. You can't trust the GM. It's just a mess. So no matter who the coach is, it's like the Cowboys. Number 8, the Carolina Panthers, bringing the pain. I think they will probably take this guy for Bryce Young. Big target. Tataria McMullen out of Arizona, 6'4", 210. I'd love to have him in Dallas. I don't think he drops that far. There's going to be one of these teams that has to have him. It might even be New Orleans. At 9 right now, I have them taking Kelvin Banks Jr., but I think they'll kick him into guard. They need offensive line help. Their offensive line is trending downward. I think they need guard, center, just about everything. And they need depth for sure. 10, Chicago, Luther Burden III, Missouri wide receiver, 5'11", 208, to give Caleb Williams another target. Add some more weapons. They've got their guy. This would be a pick for them unless they trade up or trade back. Not sure exactly what Ben Johnson's going to do. I think he'll be aggressive. He wants to make his mark. And he's got to compete with the Packers, Vikings, and the Lions. So that's going to be no easy task. Number 11, San Francisco, Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M edge rusher, 6'5", 267. Pair him with Nick Bosa and the others. Not Javon Kinlaw, but the other guy, Drake Jackson, the other defensive end that started to show up. Rebuild that defensive line. They've got some retooling to do at minimum. Number 12 right now, I changed this. I had it at Will Johnson. I'm going to take Tyler Warren. But I might trade back. I'll do some trades now. This isn't the end-all, be-all. But I really like him as a tight end. And with Jake Ferguson, this is why I'm thinking this. Luke Schoonmaker was a second-round pick. So I only got a year left on him. Get that as much as you can. Ferguson's up for a contract next year. He's a free agent. He was a later-round pick. He wasn't a first-round pick. So you're going to have to pay him or go ahead and reload with Tyler Warren. Your early 20-year-old, get him on a 5-year deal. Get Dak his weapon until you get your new quarterback. By the time you get your new quarterback set, then you'll have a guy that's only in his 25, 24-year-old status. You can hit the ground running again. It's almost like a reset before the reset. That's just my thinking. I'll probably change it a million more times. But I really like Tyler Warren. He's a Jason Witten / Kelsey type. I mean, he can do it all. One of the best prospects I've seen in a long time at the tight end position. There's other good tight ends in this draft class, so doesn't have to be. But I really like Tyler Warren. And with us not having a number 2 yet, a solid number 2 or a great one, we can get other good receivers. This is a deep receiver class, I feel like. Tyler Warren sets himself apart from the other tight ends, in my opinion. I would like to draft him here and have him. You got your tight end for the next 5 years. You got him locked long term. And you can have that 5th-year option. Just saying, that might be a good move. Give Dak his big weapon. Plus, put some pressure on Jake Ferguson to perform. And if he does perform, maybe before he hits free agency, you can trade him and get some value, get some more picks for next year, and replenish some more talent. That's how you got to think as a GM. Now, I hate to see Jake Ferguson go. I love Jake Ferguson. But you're either going to pay him at 25, 26 years old coming up on, or you're going to replace him. So you get a guy like, there's other good corners in this draft too. It's a deep corner class and wide receiver. So you don't have to go in the first round to get them. But I'm going on and on here. Let me finish this up. 13, Miami gets Nick Emmanwori, South Carolina safety. They have to replace Javon Holland. They've got to start replacing that secondary talent. This is why I'm doing this. One of the best safeties in this draft. There's other good ones, really good ones. I think he sets himself apart a little bit. This is their type of guy. So I feel like they go after him. Now I will probably change this again. 14, I have the Colts taking Will Johnson. They need corner help like nobody's business. They don't have any good, really great corners or number one corners. They've got some offensive talent. They got receivers. They got a good tight end. They got a quarterback. Sort of. Maybe they go quarterback here. Maybe they go Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur would even be willing to go there. So I might change that. But right now, Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan. 15, Atlanta, Mikael Williams, the Georgia pass rusher, 6'5", 260. You could put anything on the list for Atlanta. You could put not so much quarterback maybe, not so much running back, maybe not receiver, but tight end. Because what's Kyle Pitts? Is he a tight end? Is he a receiver? He's more like a receiver than a tight end to me. And he hasn't. You go offensive line, you go defensive line, you go linebacker, you can go corner, you can go safety. They got some pieces, but they need some more help. And they don't have much depth. So another pass rusher would certainly not hurt them, especially one of that talent level. 16, Arizona. Jahdae Barron, Texas corner, 5'11", 194. They need corners like nobody's business. They've got some, but they're not. They're later round picks that they've got. No Patrick Peterson here anymore. This isn't quite Patrick Peterson, but he's a good corner. You need some depth there, at minimum, and some competition. Time to start retooling and rebuilding and piling up some talent in Arizona. 17, Cincinnati, Mike Green, Marshall pass rusher, 6'3", 251. Trey Hendrickson's getting older. Some of those other guys, Sam Hubbard and all. Time to start replenishing that talent and start getting some depth behind there and some, at least, competition to maybe better these guys and get them ready for when those guys are gone. 18, Seattle, Emeka Egbuka, the Ohio State receiver, 6'1", 205. DK Metcalf's gone. So they've got good receivers, don't get me wrong. But you got to get another guy. You lost one of your guys, you got to replace him. Now, you can do that later in the draft if you like. Maybe go offensive tackle here. You can go guard, center. You need to get some. Really, I would probably go offensive line here to help Sam Darnold. I have not looked at their free agency yet, so I got to look and see what they've done there. But I don't think it's a whole lot. 19, Tampa Bay, Jalen Walker, another Georgia pass rusher, 6'2", 245. Start replacing those outside linebackers in that scheme. Getting that talent rebuilt and replenished. Got to. They are depleted in the defensive side. Getting older. Got to start getting younger. 20, Denver. Gray Zabel, North Dakota State offensive guard. 6'5", 316. They've got decent tackles. Start replenishing that defensive line. Get some depth, some competition. You can go guard here. You go center. You go tackle. You could go tight end if you wanted. You could go offensive weapons or defensive if you wanted. But they're in decent shape. So they could do just about whatever they wanted here. They're going to be even better this year. I haven't looked at their free agency. I got to start doing that. 21, this might be where I think depend on Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. 21, Shedeur Sanders goes to Pittsburgh, 6'2", 215. Now he's dropped, and I get it. But I could also see Dallas trying to make a move for this. It wouldn't be good for me just because Shedeur's not going to sit. I just don't see it. His dad's not going to let it happen. But Pittsburgh, I think that would be a good fit for him and for the Steelers. They need a quarterback like nobody's business. You cannot open the season up with Mason Rudolph. Anyway, 22, the LA Chargers go Matthew Golden, receiver of Texas. Get another weapon for Justin Herbert. They could go offensive line here, defense with the loss of Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. You could go defense. You could go anywhere with the Chargers. They're talented, but they need some help. They've lost a lot. They're not what they were. Wasted too much time with their last head coach. Got to make that time up now. So, 23, Green Bay Packers. They're in a better position. They go Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon. Get some depth and really start competing for a Super Bowl here. Even though I don't think Jordan Love's the guy still. He took a step back last year. They could use some help. 24, New York Giants. Trade up to get their guy, Jackson Dart, quarterback at Ole Miss, 6'2", 226. He has shot up. I like this guy a lot for the last few years. Some concerns always, but this might be the sleeper here as far as quarterbacks. 25, Houston, Josh Connerly Jr. And I think he would end up being a guard. I don't think he's going to be a tackle. He's 6'4", 313. I'd kick him into guard. 26, LA Rams, Jahad Campbell, inside linebacker, Alabama, 6'3", 235. Start replenishing that defensive talent. They've gotten younger. They proved a lot last year. Start replenishing it. They can do it. They've got some picks now. Do it. 27, Baltimore, Donovan Eziraku, Boston College edge rusher, 6'2", 248. Ravens are known for taking flyers on speed guys and getting them up. They've still got enough. They have got to start replacing that defensive talent. I might change that and go somebody else here. Corners, they could use a lot of things on this team. 28, Detroit, Walter Nolan, Ole Miss defensive tackle, 3 techniques, 6'3", 293. Aleem McNeil, start getting those guys some help. Gotta build this team. Getting closer. You're getting Aiden Hutchinson back and all. Time to make a run next year. You paid Jared Goff. Time to start showing your fan base this was a worthy investment. 29, Washington, Josh Simmons. They take the cheese on the guy who had one great year. Commanders are known for doing this. Yeah, they've got their quarterback, but we've seen the sophomore slump. Are we going to have that? I don't know. I think so. This is not a very big, talented team. They got away with a lot of stuff last year. That is not going to happen again this year. I think they take a major step back. I think they take the cheese here and they take Josh Simmons. I think there's better tackles, but they might catch yourself enamored with him. And they take the Josh Simmons, and I think that's a reach. Number 30 for Buffalo, Kenneth Grant, Michigan defensive tackle. One technique, of course, nose tackle, 6'3", 331. Start getting some beef in the middle. Where's the beef? Get some beef for those pass rushers. You got Jerry Bosa now and all. Time to help him out. He's older. He's hurt all the time. Maybe it revives his career. Don't know. But you got your quarterback. You got everything else. Still don't like the coach. I'm sorry. I just don't. Whatever. The refs got you this year. I'll give you that. And that is damn sure. 31 freaking Chiefs. I'm glad they lost, but I'm not. Because I hate the Eagles. James Pierce Jr., Tennessee. Pass rusher everybody's enamored with. 6'1", 243. Kind of a tweener. So he'd probably be more of a linebacker than a D end. They'll move him around. They know what they're doing. Especially Steve Spagnuolo. There's no better defensive coordinator for the most part. 32, the stupid-ass Eagles. Malachi Starks, the safety out of Georgia. That I like. They get another piece of talent and freak the Eagles. I do not care. Screw them. I hope you lose every game this year and you completely just get ripped apart with injuries and everything else. Sorry, just saying. I don't care. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. Once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one.